Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are doing a bit of a different kind of live stream, namely a versus battle in Rome Total War. And this is actually the first time I'm doing a proper multiplayer battle, so let's see how this will go. We are still making up some of the practicalities here, but I think we are ready to start rather soon. So I think I'm going to take Egypt, since it seems that chariots are rather good and cavalry is king, especially in the multiplayer, so let's see how this will go. So I think of course, Romans would be really nice. But I guess I'll try Egypt now. And we have some limitations to units, for example, only 6 missile units. And I think these guys will be quite a bit better with those improved weapons. Then let's take some chariot archers. The number is limited to 2, and then some additional chariots. And I think Nile spearmen will be the way to keep our front together, at least initially. Sorry about that. And then let's take a couple of these desert axemen to try to flank the enemies, and perhaps a couple of desert cavalries to chase fleeing enemies. And perhaps a couple of Pharaoh's guards, just in case we need something to hit the enemies rather hard. And let's see. Perhaps golden shields here will be rather good. And let's increase the weapon quality for these guys as well. And perhaps some weapons can be upgraded here, and I think we are good to go. So, welcome everyone to the stream. I think the battle will start quite soon. So I guess the rules were that I guess I'm not sure I'm allowed to take, by the way, those cavalry units, since I have those chariots already. So let's play it safe that I will stay in the rules here. So basically the rules are to have maximum of 6 cavalry units, melee cavalry units, or for chariot units that include also missile chariots, and of those missile chariots one can have only 2, then one can have a maximum of 6 missile units that are not riding, and the rest should be infantry. Hello Georgie, welcome to the stream. And indeed, good old Rome 1. So as I'm assuming, hello Thomas, welcome to the stream. So as I'm assuming that there won't be any stream sniping here, I can share my tactics, and of course this is 2 versus 2, so I think I need to play with my ally, who seems to be Germania, so I'm relying quite heavily on those Pharaoh's bowmen here. Not using remaster because this is the original one is more stable in multiplayer, that's the reason. And so, I'm relying quite heavily on those Pharaoh's bowmen, and then on those chariots to keep enemy cavalry at bay, and then that hoplite wall in front of the bowmen to keep them safe, and then those desert axemen for some maneuvers when the enemy infantry engages in melee. Thanks for the comment, Georgie. Trying to do that in live here. So let's hope this goes well and you guys will enjoy. It seems Alexander is still getting... Okay, so it seems Alexander has got his Macedonian phalanxes ready and we are good to go.
Victory is near at hand! If all do their duty, we will profit from today. Bend your backs to your tasks, and all will be well! Soldiers, prepare to defend yourselves!
So it seems that heavy cavalry especially is the king in these multiplayer battles, so I'm kind of trying to counter that with my troop composition. And perhaps my playstyle is a bit more on the defensive side. So let's see how that plays together with the playstyle of my ally. And it seems we are waiting for someone to start the deployment phase. Yeah, this is vanilla, and with the latest Steam updates. And it seems... Okay, I found... Okay. So... That's good to know. And let's see what kind of troops our ally has. So... Some Gothic cavalries, chosen archers, good knight riders, nice, and some spear warbands to hold the center, clearly. And perhaps it's wise to keep the skirmish mode on for the missile cavalry. And I think we are soon ready to start. And perhaps I will keep these chariots in reserve so that I can easily help my ally in a tight spot as well. And I think we are ready. By the way, can I deploy these still? Apparently not. Okay. So... Oh, and of course these guys have skirmish mode off. And they should be adequate enough in melee battle as well, if we get that far. Or when we get that far. Okay. Nice. So it would seem our side is ready. The opponents are still making some arrangements. So I guess there are 5 chosen archer warbands, and then there are these knight riders here in the middle, and the heavy cavalry on the side, and the general, and spears to hold the center. It seems I'm not one of the players to do the most pre-battle planning. I'm perhaps relying too much on a quote from Eisenhower, I guess it was. Planning is useful, but when the action starts, plans get obsolete or in the trash can or whatever it was. Okay, so Grecian archers, That's not good. And some archers. Okay, they are before or in front of the enemy lines. Some quite heavy, rather numerous phalanxes there. So those Grecians have long range, which will be problematic. Let's see if we could engage them. Okay. Our allies are starting to fire, and it seems we might get a couple of shots off before the enemy is ready to fire at us. Of course, the number of casualties we are able to inflict is quite small. Spartan hoplites meaning a problem, but Greek has inferior cavalry, so that should be going for us. Perhaps I might try to get the enemy to waste their... Well, I don't have heavily enough armored units. If I had Romans, I think one unit in testudo formation could work wonders. And in case the enemy is returning fire, let's bring these guys a bit more back. Okay, our ally is moving its cavalry forward. I think we will send at least one chariot to aid. And it seems we are able to hit those normal archers, but enemy Grecian archers are unable to hit us. And the battle is about to be joined. And that's missile cavalry. And I don't think I want to send my chariots there. Then again, Macedonians are moving there, so perhaps the other chariot should be sent there as well. And those are royal pikemen. I'm a bit worried that I'm using too much arrows here. So let's pull back a bit. Okay, our cavalry skirmish is going rather well, so the enemy is forced to reinforce the position with hoplites, and also the Macedonian general is in here, so we might be able to break the Macedonian cavalry with this charge already. Good. I think our chariots have done most of their duty here already. And I guess these guys could turn the skirmish mode on. And let's move forwards. Sorry, it seems I'm losing my voice a bit. So let's bring in the infantry forwards. Sorry about that. Well, that's sad. And I don't think we can hit those enemy missile units with the chariots too well, but perhaps we could give it a shot. Okay, apparently that charge didn't go too well. Let's see if we could hit some of these Greek infantry from behind. And it seems the Pharaoh's guard is taking a beating there. Just wondering when I should start to hit those. Oh, that was bad.
It is a black day when the mighty fall.
Just wondering when I should start to moving here. Hello Trajan, welcome to the stream. And yeah, we are taking quite a beating here, but perhaps we... Okay, some of the Grecian archers are starting to rout, so these guys could start to focus on those royal pikemen, and let's get... We are no match for those royal pikemen in close combat with these, so let's make sure that we can inflict as many casualties as we can before the battle is really joined. And we are having the missile superiority at the moment, which is of course a good thing. I think we could bring our chariot a bit closer to the battle. And the Greeks are moving in to engage. I think we need to forget about our chariot there. And let's split these forces, and I think we need to use these guys as well. And I think these guys can go to tight formation, and let's move into position to strike at the enemy. Okay, good. We are starting to roll the Macedonian front here, so let's just wipe them out. Oh, and I forgot to put these in phalanx formation. That wasn't exactly as planned. Okay, good. And then we can start to help our allies there. And of course they are facing the Spartan hoplites, so the situation will be a bit more difficult for them. Okay, apparently I'm not paying attention to what's happening in the rear at the moment. And apparently, at least some of our units are starting to rout. Perhaps we should bring these guys back in here. And let's hope the chariots will provide to be frightening enough. Okay, those Grecian archers are breaking. And I guess it's just trying to bash our way through those Spartan hoplites. Okay, good. No more missiles for the enemy. And I guess some micro will be needed. Okay, good. That's exceptionally good. Let's try to take down those armored hoplites there. And then let's take care of those Spartans. Which is going to be rather difficult. And we have this one Royal Pikemen unit still incoming. And perhaps I don't want to send a general there, but let's send those chariots to finish the job. And it seems those Spartan hoplites are breaking apart. So let's just make sure they can leave the battlefield. And we are beating that Royal Pikemen unit there. So we still have...
Enemy cowards, run! Drive them from the battlefield!
That's one unit of Royal Pikemen to deal with. And since we still have some ammo left with the general, I think we can do some damage to the Royal Pikemen here as well. And of course they are hoping that we will blunder this, but I think that skirmish mode will be good enough. And let's of course put some pressure from every side so these guys can get free shots from behind. Hello James A. Jin, welcome to the stream. And it's a victory. Nice.
That it is not both well-deserved and
Oh.
worthy.
Woohoo! Perhaps I was a bit too cautious in my playstyle. Perhaps Batscan paid for that, but I think the battle went really nice from our side. Let's see if we are going to have another one. So, we are going to have another one, apparently. If the question is, am I a Bulgarian? No, I'm from Finland. So, let's refresh. And let's join the game. I think this one will still be rather normal one. And since Romans are my favorite faction, even though they are not supposed to be that good in multiplayer, I think I will go with the Romans. Okay, welcome aboard, JMC Jin. I'm not sure if we are having fourth player in this one, so if... Okay, good. So we are going to have the fourth player. Never mind. Oh, so perhaps I should start to select my troops. And let's take the armored general, and as Romans I think we want to stick with heavy infantry, of course. And since we have quite a lot of funds and urban cohorts are not banned, so perhaps I should go with urban cohorts. I think they will do well enough against enemy cavalry. But just in case, because we are facing a lot of cavalry, I think let's take some triarii as well. And I think our cavalry will be mostly about driving off the fleeing enemies. So I think equites, or perhaps we could try to hit the enemy archers. So since these guys do have good stamina, I think we will go with them then. And I think we want to increase the punch those guys do have when they get into the battle. So perhaps this is the way to go. I'm a bit worried about those Scythians. Of course it will only be a max of 6, or was it 4 horse archer units, but still that's going to be a tricky to deal with. But of course I think those archer auxiliaries should be able to keep them at bay. I think in campaign my favorite unit is early legionary cohort, because they can be replenished so easily and they really pack a punch. Then in multiplayer this is actually my second battle in real multiplayer, so I don't have that much experience, but I think last game those Pharaoh's bowmen worked quite well as the chariots. And I'm not needing those... what are those pigs? Flaming pigs? Incendiary pigs, yeah. Because according to the rules we cannot have elephants. And I'm taking those urban cohorts instead of normal legionaries because they are much cheaper than normal legionaries buffed to have the similar stats than urban cohorts, so I think it's rather a worth it trade there. And if they prove to be too brutal in this battle, I think they will be banned for our next battle round. So Carthage and Scythia are still doing something. And of course, with the urban cohort, the testudo formation, I will try to utilize that to draw enemy missile fire as much as possible, because they will be pretty much wasted on them. And as we saw in last battle, almost all of the ammo will be used up, so every missile that gets wasted might mean a difference between victory and defeat. Also, we have in the rules a prohibition of siege weapons. I think if there were none, I would take a couple of 1 or 2 units of onagers, because those flammable ammunition do quite decent damage, especially to tighter formations. Of course, they may draw out the battle quite a bit, because first there will be a slugging match between artillery, and perhaps then between archers, and only then will be the melee engagement. So, by the way, a question to you, viewers. Have you played a lot of multiplayer battles in Rome Total War? And if you have, what's your favorite unit? So it seems Carthage is ready. We are still waiting a bit for the Scythia. So I think we are ready to go. Okay, so we are about to start.
The sight of our Spanish allies must cause some fear in enemy hearts. They are fierce fighters and bloody-handed, implacable foes. Those are our enemies. The Scythia. Brave? Perhaps. Good horsemen? Maybe. Soon to be dead?
Okay, so let's see what our friends have. So some long shield cavalry, I guess bull warriors, Balearic slingers, and a general. Okay. I think we will position the urban cohorts to the front there. And then let's put the first cohort a bit behind. Let's hope they won't be targeted by missile fire. And I think the Triari will guard the flanks here. Actually, both flanks. And then let's put the archer auxilia there, and we still have those couple of cavalry units. Let's keep them at the back. So the slingers are in the front there. Perhaps... Well, actually, I'm wondering... I think I will keep the archer auxiliars here in the back, because the plan is to send, for example, this urban cohort forward and let it soak damage in Testudo. And I think we are ready for battle. So there are 4 cavalry units there, and then I guess 6 units of bull warriors, and then 3 Balearic slingers. So our ally has what? That's 14 units in total. I guess that's fair enough. In my opinion, I like to have full armies in the multiplayer battles. I think the value the value of even a kind of recruit unit that has no experience or no upgrades is greater. Sorry about that. So the value of that kind of raw unit is greater than the value of the upgrades made to some elite units. But of course that's only my opinion. It seems our side is ready. And I think I will send these 2 units of Triarii to support the flank of the Spain there. And let's try to keep this cavalry mobile so that we can respond to any threats. I'm wondering if the enemy chooses to charge the urban cohort that's in Testudo formation. I think or with cavalry or with infantry. I think our archers and the slingers of our ally could cause quite heavy damage on the attacker, so even if we lose the urban cohort, that might be worth the trade there. And perhaps keeping a clean overview here will be better. So Carthage, that's directly against us here, doesn't have too good cavalry units. Of course, there are the sacred bands that most likely will cause quite some difficulties, even for the urban cohorts. But we just have to deal with them. So basically they are armored hoplites with some buffed armor. Okay. So. I guess the formations are a bit on the deeper side of the map. And I guess those are slingers or archers. And perhaps those guys are starting to fire rather soon. And the enemy cavalry is moving to the right flank. And yeah, Sacred Band cavalry actually, okay. And we have some horse archers trying to flank us. And apparently the enemy is not interested in shooting our testudo, apparently. So I guess it's time to advance a bit more. And it seems our allies' cavalry is chasing those. Okay, just basic slingers. Shouldn't be... Okay, and the Scythian horse archers are routing. At least one of them. Excellent. Well played by the ally. And it seems the Sacred Band cavalry is on the move. So let's secure the flanks here. And we are inflicting some damage to that cavalry there. How much cavalry the enemy still has? Perhaps we can send one Praetorian cavalry for aid there. And this is working as planned here. The urban cohort is... Or perhaps I need to send the second Praetorian cavalry there as well. And then let's just stay awake here. So that this battle here won't just take all of our attention. And that's one cavalry unit down from us. Let's try to do a bit of a cavalry cycle here. Oh. Not looking too good at the moment. So I guess we need to pull these guys back a bit. Actually well played by the enemy there. And let's see if we could take down those headhunting maidens there. And are we still taking damage here? Apparently the enemy has switched the targets. Okay, they are still firing at us. Good. And this is not so good. Oh, those are quite brass bull warriors there. I guess they are called bull warriors because they are rather easily enticed to battle, or rather courageous. So I don't think we want to hit those slingers too much. I think they are pretty much the same era. Oh, I think these triarii are lost. If not right away, then soon. So I think we can move forwards with the flank here. And let's bring the triarii to this flank here. And the urban cohorts. Oh.
Been slain. Now we will see if his men can hold in the face of this calamity.
And we don't actually want to waste our pillar on those. And I think we want to start hitting those enemy cavalry instead there. And those chosen archers are actually the real threat in here. Okay. Those are fleeing. And apparently the enemy is not willing to engage us. There. Okay. This battle is not looking too good at the moment. And where are legionaries? I guess we need some help there for our general to survive. I guess this will be a loss here. Yeah.
Thrown away his life, and now he feeds carrion birds. His men may soon be bird fruit too.
So let's see if our archers still have some punch left in them. Well, I guess we can take down those headhunting maidens, or at least try to. Okay, I guess we have some brave ones still left in here, but not for long. So, it seems the sacred bands carried the day. Let's try to make the stats look a bit better by fighting to the bitter end. But I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for the question, Zero. I think that's possible at some point. I think we will organize another one of this kind of events. I don't can to say when it will be, but in the stream description there is a link to Discord channel where we are organizing these. So join that channel, and that way you can know when we have another event coming up, and thus you can join from there. So I think this is everything for today. Perhaps I want to check that out first, but let's see. Perhaps I spoke a bit too early. Let's see what others are thinking. So, I was told that cavalry is really overpowered in multiplayer. I can see why now. So let's see what Necromancer and Cobra think about this. I think one critical factor here is to kind of be able to coordinate with your ally or allies. And of course, for me it's a bit difficult because I'm doing this stream at the same time, so, well, you get the point. But of course, if these were kind of a more serious matches, then I would need to focus on chatting with my teammate. And apparently... Okay, so we would have one other joining us. Perhaps we could get 3 versus 3. So, everyone in the chat, if you want to join... One more would be rather nice. So, we would need one more. Perhaps 00. You would want to join? Okay, we will have... I think I will post the password to the stream. Or perhaps we can share it here as well, I guess. So, there. And perhaps I should join the game as well. Perhaps I will try Seleukits this time. Okay. Okay, nice. Greetings to Spain as well, from Finland. So, are you watching the stream right now? Because if that's... Okay, so I will tell the rules. So, I will tell the rules. So basically, we cannot have any artillery pieces. We can have at most 6 archery units. Rather, infantry archery units. And then we can have at most 6 cavalry units. And at most 6 chariot units, of which 2 can be missile chariots. So those are pretty much the rules. And Necromancer has given us some guidelines for units. I don't... what do you mean, 00? So, some guidelines that heavy cavalry is the king, especially upgraded heavy cavalry. And best upgrades are related to weapons and armor, and not so to experience. So, 00, did you hear the rules I just mentioned? So, we don't have, I guess, official tournament rules. Okay. Of course you can improve experience. That might not be the best way to approach a battle though. Uh, 6 units of cavalry and archers, most. Oh, we are having rather poor quality missile units, but I guess that will have to do. Okay, thanks for the comment, Necromancer, in the stream. So I guess the silver shields. Oh, and by the way, I cannot spend too much. That's going to be 15,000. So I need to leave some. So 00, are you the deadly interval? Okay, thanks for the comment. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I'll try. Pretsbivoy. Did it go even close? And I think we should be taking 2 teams. Yeah. So if you deadly interval and Batscan can take teams 1 and 2. Okay, thanks. Okay, good. And then Bats. Oh, yeah. So deadly interval and Batscan. Still. There seems to be a silence. At least him seems to be present here. Okay, good. So then we just have to have... okay, and... no seeds. Yeah. 3 versus 3. I guess that would be 1. Okay. There might be some lag. And then, since these guys should be our kind of best defensive units, I guess we will give them the armor buff, and then cataphracts can get improved weapons, and let's try to keep... oh, that's quite expensive. Well, let's try to keep the general alive. And no denarii wasted. So, ready to go. There is the one... is it threat or what? But there are those journey rules for us. So you could go to check them. The channel is the Rome Total One multiplayer or something like that. Okay, thanks Necromancer. So, the kind of, let's say, con of a multiplayer battle stream is the waiting times. But then again, perhaps it adds something when you can follow these live. And this is going to be a rather massive battle. So we are going to have, it seems, Pontus Armenia and SPQR versus the Scipii, Seleucids and Carthage. Let's hope there won't be too much lag in the game. Okay, yeah, I think the battles are quite fast-paced here in this game. So, at least for me, it's there are some difficulties to keep kind of the whole battle map in mind, or everything, or try to keep everything that's happening in the battle in mind. Yeah, and I think there is some lag in the stream, so it shouldn't affect too much, and at least we, 00, you and I are on the same team, so... So, about 8,500 men slugging it out in this map or battle. So we have at least 4... Okay, we are going.
Take up the spear and shield. Put on your helmet. Put aside the fear in your hearts. And remember that you are the sons of great soldiers. Now then, look to your front. Mark your target. And let them worry about you.
Okay. So, actually this is a bit more tricky to combine the armies because there are 3 players at the moment. Haha, okay. So we are having urban cohorts, legionary cohorts, archer auxilia, praetorian cavalry, and then we are having some sacred band cavalry and skirmishers. Okay. So, by the way, deadly interval, the game doesn't really like if you alt-tab out from the battle. I have had several crashes while doing the video. So, I don't have any clear plan in mind, but perhaps we want to join our armies here. So perhaps you, Unitest, might want to join our forces here because we have those phalanxes. Or perhaps you want to form up near my position since I'm at the center. About those channels, I'm not on the Twitch because I'm making the stream at the moment, so let's try to keep those cavalries out from trouble. And perhaps we can send one silver shield legionary cohort or unit in Testudo to the front. And well, this is not looking too good at the moment. Okay. And I guess we are ready, or at least I'm ready. Well, let's at least hope that the game won't be crashing with anyone. Okay, so we have some quick commands here. Oh. Okay. Well, at least we should... Yeah. No... Okay, so I think we are going to have a new game rather soon. And I think we should have... the game setup quite a bit faster, because we all know what units we will take. And of course I don't remember my upgrades, but I guess these guys had full attack buffs. These guys did have full attack buffs. Then these guys had armor upgrades. And then I had 3 legionary cohorts. And I guess that's pretty much it. Well, I guess there are some changes then. And it seems this is going to be perhaps even a bigger battle than the last one. It seems we are still waiting for... okay. Waiting for Armenia and Germania. And once Germania is ready, we are good to go. Okay, and we are starting. Nice.
Men, this battle is inevitable, but victory hangs in the balance. Act like sons of Achilles, and victory will be within our grasp. Now, strike hard.
At least my problem here is that I don't have any long-range missile units. So that might make things a bit difficult, and I think that rain isn't optimal either. For the performance of the game. But let's see.
Await my orders.
So, oh, I'm on the flank now. So let's form a solid pike wall there. Supported by the archers. And the legionaries will guard the flank. And these guys will go to the front to draw fire. The game feels a bit laggy. Oh, and I guess I'm not the only one. This is becoming rather difficult. I wonder if AI takes the control of the player that needs to drop out. I don't know. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. At least the units there seem to be rather good. Perhaps my front here could be a bit wider, so I have more space to put those archers in place, especially since I probably need to use loose formation rather soon. And of course, this weather might actually, even if it threatens the performance a bit, it might be really good, because if it affects the arrows in the game, so it might be quite beneficial. So 6 or 5 archer auxiliaries apparently. Then some legionary cohorts apparently. I guess this is first cohort. Okay, 2 first cohorts. and then a bunch of cavalry. I guess that's... Is this cavalry auxilia? That was an ominous ore. Okay, apparently our side is ready. And let's hope there won't be too much lag. Perhaps there is still some fine-tuning going on. And by the way, I don't really know how much everyone else has played this. Oh, there is this Tudor formation there. For all armies. Perhaps it would be nice to have at some point kind of 3 1 versus 1 battles, and then the scraps of the armies, or scraps of the victorious armies, will decide the kind of the victor for the overall battle. Okay. And the lag seems to be rather bad. Or then not. Okay, Pontus is on the move. Okay, they are ganging up on the Germania there. Okay. Well, that was rather brutal from the enemies here. And we have some Romans incoming here. I guess we have some rather pros at playing here. I guess it's time to go for the
dead because of his foolishness. His men will lose heart.
And it seems our entire flank is rolling here. Yeah, agreed on that, Testudo. Okay, it seems we are routing at least some of the enemy cavalry here. But still the situation is looking rather dire. We are having... Okay, nice. Enemy archers coming rather close range. Just wondering, should I send... Oh. Those should be taken out. And apparently my phalanxes are being countered here.
Slain. This loss is hard for us, but harder still for his own people.
Well, at the moment the situation isn't looking too good. Let's see if we could... Okay. Okay, I guess this battle will be rather brutal. Oh, and so much for our archers, and so much, I guess, for the battle altogether. Well, I have to congratulate. That was well
Your
played.
allies are unworthy as friends and no more use today. They are running from the battle.
So ends the bloody business of the day. Oh, we have still some archers. Let's take down some Pontic-like cavalry units. Fire, please. Once. Apparently not.
This is a terrible day. Our efforts were useless before the onslaught. Our defeat
I
is
agree.
measureless.
Yeah. That was rather crushing. Agreed on that. Okay, but I think that was the last battle for today. So thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to everyone who participated to the gameplays, and very special thanks to Necromancer who organized practically this whole event. I think we are going to have some more of these at some point, and I will post information about them in YouTube, and of course we have that Discord channel which you are free to join if you want to participate. Have a great rest of the day,